everybody. So I'm about to make strawberry fruit leather for my grandchildren and they absolutely love it. I'm going to cut the strawberries and these have been washed already. Put them in the pot. And these are going to cook down on very low simmer for a good 2 days until it gets almost like I want to say a syrupy consistency. And then once it cooks down, I will line my trays in my dehydrator and push dehydrate.
Now to save you time, we didn't videotape 5 gallons of strawberries being cut up. You get to see the last of them. Oh, they are beautiful. Just on a separate note, this is the last strawberries of the season. They closed the farm officially today. So this is it. You want to eat fresh strawberries now? They're going to have to go out in our backyard and fight the squirrels because I haven't figured out how to stop the squirrels yet.
If anyone has a suggestion as to how to stop the squirrels from eating the strawberries, please let us know. Thank you.
They are so beautiful, these strawberries. They are so fragrant too. So after you make your fruit roll-ups, what else are we going to do? We're going to freeze dry. Oh, you're going to dehydrate some.
I'm going to dehydrate some as well, yeah.
Freeze drying the strawberries is fantastic. The consistency is fantastic. But then they have to stay in a bag with oxygen absorbers and silica packs because they will pull the moisture out of the air. And just like the cheese doodles get mushy after time, the strawberries will get mushy. There we go. Wow. You must have cooked that a long time.
Yes.
So tell the folks what that is.
Hello. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I have the COSORI dehydrator. And a lot of people say that fruit leather is hard to do. And I'm so glad because I just started using it and it really isn't as hard as people think. And I have grandchildren and they love these and ask me for them. And so I would rather give them something that's natural than having a lot of additives and things. So this is strawberries and honey. That's all it is. Because strawberries alone are too tart. But if you add the honey to it, it gives it that sweetness that it needs. This for about 2 days on low. So it reduced all the way down to this. Now you see how thick this is? But this is going to be wonderful. We purchased extra mats for this. These are actual fruit leather mats. And I got these from Amazon. These mats work wonderfully. However, you'll see I just sprayed it with Pam, or if you like avocado spray, whatever you prefer, so that it surely does not stick, because we know fruit and honey is sticky stuff. Okay, so I'm going to take a scoop and another nice size scoop. Then, the best tool in the world, this is an icing knife, but it works. And I fill it, just push it around. Now you don't want it to be transparent. I made that mistake before. You want it to be nice and solid. And also we have to make sure that this is nice and even too, so that it dehydrates evenly.
How long are you going to have to run this machine to get this to be leather?
Okay, now this is the thing. Dehydrators are funny because you just have to look at it and see if it's dry or not. That's the best thing I can tell you. I should have taken notes and written down what it was the last time, but you know what? Then again, it could be different this time. So it really, really all depends. However, the temperature to use for this is 135.
I could tell you right now, you cooked this a lot longer than I cooked it last time. Because right now, that's pretty thick.
Yes.
That's probably going to save you a lot of dehydration time.
Yeah.
My guess, anyway. How many trays are you going to put in there?
4. Just 4. Now, this is a 6-tray COSORI, but I don't want to do that because it's really great that you have air circulation between the trays so the heat really gets everything well. And fruit takes a long time to dry because of the sugars. So, yep. So my grandbaby, she just, gosh, she gobbled these up. I made a big, what was it, 2-quart sized jar of this, and they were gone pretty quick. And my little grandson, he loves them too, and when he comes over now, he asks me, can I have some? It's so cute. The other day, I was outside with my grandbaby, and we went to, we passed by the mint, and he remembered that it was there, and he said, Grandma, there's the mint. And I said, that's right, honey. He said, Grandma, can I have some to eat? And I said, sure, okay, let's do that. So I picked him some, and I gave it to him, and he ate it. And I said, well, what do you think? And he said, Grandma, it tastes like gum. Oh, that little guy just
Did you see his face when I came home from the strawberry patch?
Yes, it was filled with strawberry.
Looks like somebody shot red dye all over his face. He was just eating them. He didn't even care if there was bugs on him. He was just eating them. I tried to check him first, you know.
Oh, he's the sweetest. Temperature is 135, and I put it on for 24 hours, and in 24 hours I'm just going to check it. As I said with the dehydrator, you just have to look and see, you know, peel the fruit leather or peel the tray away from the fruit leather and see if that's, you know, done. If it's not, then you put it in for a little more. That's, you know, there's definitely no exact science with the dehydrator. But I'm very, very happy with this COSORI. It makes me so happy. This machine works like a charm. And this is a 6-tray machine, but I only have 4 trays of fruit leather because
Go ahead and show them.
I've also, well, it's running, but I've also, see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've found that when you're doing fruits or anything with a higher sugar content, it takes more time in a dehydrator. And so it helps the time along a little bit, and it helps it dehydrate more evenly if that airflow is really able to get around there. So that's why I don't do all the trays at one time when I do fruit leather.
How come you change it from 30 hours to 24?
I want to check it sooner and see where I'm at, and then in 24 hours, if I don't like where we are, just put it on again.
Oh, you could just increase it.
Uh-huh.
Well, there you have it, folks.
Let's see the time here. See, it shows me the time. 9 hours and 59 minutes left. And I put the fruit leather on for 24 hours. So I'm going to open the door and just check and see. It's hot. Pot holder here. Okay. Now, do you see how much this shrunk up? These were at the top of the trays. And look at this. This has been going at 135 degrees for about 24 hours. Now we're ready. And here's the finished product. And remember, we peel the plastic away from, and you see, it's dry here and it's dry here. It feels dry to the touch. So this is finished. This is a finished product.
And then what are you going to do?
Then I am going to cut them in half, And I use, I put this on my cutting board. I put the leather. So I'm taking the fruit leather. I don't want to process this tonight because I'm tired, but I'm making it into rolls and putting them in a Ziploc bag so that they will stay for me tomorrow.
It's amazing that just last night that was in that big bowl of mush.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Now I've seen the finished product. I can't wait to show you in video what she does. She's gonna roll them up using wax paper and tie them into little, I don't know, like little Christmas present fruit roll-ups.
And put them in a jar, and then they just reach their little hands in there and munch away.
Can you show them what you just put into the COSORI?
Sure.
Okay, so this is going to be one COSORI video. Fruit leather and I guess dehydrated strawberries.
So I decided to dehydrate some strawberries. I only put 3 trays of strawberries in here. In a dehydrator, if you have things with a high sugar content, it takes longer for the dehydrator to dehydrate the product. So, oops, I'll fix that. So strawberries, here we are. As you can see, they started drying already. And time, I don't know. But this is about the size. If you can catch that, Rudy.
I got it.
This is the size of them. And they're scattered so that there's plenty of air between them. That's important too. So we're going to go to the temp of 135. And then I'm going to do 10 hours and see what happens at that point.
And we'll be back, I guess. Because I can't wait to show them that. How many hours did that take?
10.
They were big, huh? They sure did shrink down a whole lot.
They certainly did.
You know what? Put 2 next to these freeze-dried ones.
Okay,
before they evaporate.
And then you have to remember, which I probably should have mentioned before, forgive me. You need to condition whatever you dehydrate. And what that means, it's real simple, okay? You put it in your jar and then you just check your jar and make sure that nothing is sticking to the bottom or the sides of the jar once the product is in the jar. Because if there's still moisture, it has to go back in the dehydrator. And yes, as long as you don't see mold or anything, that you can get it back in the dehydrator as quick as you can and finish the process.
They're a totally different consistency. They're a little more chewy. Nope, hands down, I'm going to vote 100%. Harvest Right freeze-dried strawberries blow away the dehydrated ones, but that's me. Now that's 4 trays.
Yeah.
See, they shrink up in the freeze dryer. They don't shrink.
Right.
They stay the same size.
And as I said, these were like the same size as we made for the freeze dryer. So it's a big difference. Big difference. Now, this, it might be me too. Maybe I need to monitor this more, and I didn't. So I will try maybe one more time, because I don't want to give up right away. I just want to make sure and really watch it and see if that doesn't make a difference. But I mean, this is extraordinary. This freeze dryer.
But it's apples and oranges, so.
Yeah, but this freeze dryer makes me so happy.
I like it.
There's the mouse.
Okay, so I come home from work and Karen's all excited. Guess what she did? She's confident. Her confidence is... She surprised me and she ran the Harvest Right all by herself. I only talked her through it about 2 or 3 times, maybe 2 times. and she ran it today. She's all excited. I said, "What's in there?" She said, "It's a surprise." So those few blueberries that we got, or blackberries and blueberries we got out of, where are the blueberries? They never made it, huh?
There was only like 2 of them.
She ate them?
So.
Okay, so there's a few blackberries, and she ran apples, and because everybody likes the bananas, she ran 3 trays of bananas. So before we finish up the, is that a COSORI machine? Okay, before we finish up the COSORI video on making the strawberry fruit leather roll-ups and strawberries that were dehydrated, before we finish that video, we're just gonna check out what she did today. Okay, Miss Karen, what you got?
Hey everybody, I am excited. I have blackberries, I have apple slices, and I have bananas.
What happened with that spot on the tray?
Yeah, what happened?
I did try an apple.
Bananas
And a
and more
blackberry.
apples. See? So, and I ran the machine myself, which is good because now I can just go bazonkers with it, which we waited years to get this because it's such an investment, but it's worth every penny, I'll tell you. It really is. Okay, so...
Hey, these apples are really good. Wow. Okay.
Yay!
So what you got?
Okay, so I need a jar, please.
All right, you're gonna have to use these 1-quart jars.
Okay, I guess we'll start with apples. Listen, listen. Did you hear that? Light and airy and absolutely delicious. What a yummy snack. No additives. No preservatives.
And they pop when you put in the silica packs.
Yeah.
It cans them somehow.
Just fruit. Oops.
And I'll tell you right now, this is our first summer with these blackberry bushes. And a couple of those bushes are covered.
I'm gonna have to do more. Oh, shucks.
We'll just eat them.
No, I said the apples aren't all gonna fit in here.
Shake
Oh,
it.
shucks.
Shake it down. Shake it
I'm
down
gonna
first.
have to do more.
Look, put your hand on it and shake it down. You'll make more room. Yeah, they call that settling in the industry.
I'm gonna have to do more apples though because they're so good. Oh my goodness.
Okay, we got a jar of apples.
Apples and all these bananas. Now you see why I put the liners? Look at the liner.
Okay.
See that?
Uh-huh.
That means this would have stuck to the stainless steel. No good.
I would have got them off with a spatula.
But why do that when you can just, put the liner there and...
Karen,
Yeah.
these are unbelievable.
What is, honey?
These little crack hit bananas.
I know you love them. Well, bananas, is it your favorite fruit?
Uh,
I think so, right?
Come on, guys. You're
That's
ruining
my
our video.
baby. That's my babies. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to have to stop and we'll come back. Okay, after we got done with the shenanigans with the dogs barking at I don't know what, a ghost, we got a full jar of apples. She had a couple of full jars of bananas, a partial jar of bananas, and then just a few little blackberries. And the freeze-dried blackberries are fantastic, but they still got the seeds. That's the only thing about blackberries is those little rocks inside. But our blackberry bushes are producing a whole lot of blackberry something. I don't know what, jello or juice or jam. Blackberry jelly. There you have it. Okay, listen, we're gonna go ahead and she's gonna show you how she makes these roll-ups. You saw the whole beginning. This is how the finished product works.
I want to do something else first.
What?
Okay. So I have 3 pups in the house. Oreo is my Shih Tzu. He's the oldest of the bunch. And he is a sweet eater. Max is a savory eater. So he loves apples, right? Oreo, come here, honey. Look what Mommy got for the baby. Come here. Oreo. So here's a freeze-dried apple. Now watch, Max won't want it because he's a savory boy, but I'll offer it. Oh, they're both loving freeze-dried apples.
He ate the whole thing. He's a rescue.
Oh my
So
God.
sometimes he doesn't really trust anybody, and he's getting old.
Boy, good baby.
All right, now you're gonna have to go wash your hands. We'll be right back because I stopped it.
I just had to show you. Even my pups like freeze-dried apples. Okay, so here is our roll-ups. Remember, I had shared with you before that I let this simmer on very low for like 2 days. I just rolled them up and put them in a Ziploc to keep them fresh. So, by the way, ladies, I don't know about you, but I am really loving OXO products. This is an OXO scissor. I just want to show you something. So you can clean it really well, and boy is this sharp. Goes through everything. Chicken, all of it. Okay, so this is how I make these. I cut the strips.
All right, no more apples. Go lay down. You gotta
That's
start
it,
now.
little one. That's it. No more, little one.
Once they attribute the sound of that machine to apples,
Uh-huh.
they're gonna be on it. You're not getting no more.
Aw, give him one more, Daddy, because he's just so
All right,
cute.
I don't want you to have to wash your hands again. Let's get through the video and then we'll go give them something.
Okay.
You guys are getting dog biscuits. You got the people.
Okay, so I'm going to cut through. I find that this is the quickest way to get through this because this is, you know, it takes time. Okay? Now, I don't know if you've ever gotten fruit roll-ups for your children in the stores, but they also come on wax paper. And the reason why is because if you roll them up without it, they will stick to themselves and it'll be a big mess. So I take a tab and put it over the top. Now I also found, you think laying it on the table will work well. It's not the case because the fruit roll up, as you're rolling it, goes off the paper. So I hold it in the air and I just start rolling. Just like this. Try not to touch the end of the tape so it'll stick. And there you have it. I started some right here and I'm gonna fill this jar for the kids with what I have.
Life expectancy of this jar, I would say probably 1 week.
Yeah, I'll give it that. Okay, I think you're right, Mr. D.
See,
1
if you
week.
if you get some smaller jars, you can hide some
Yeah.
and then just break one out
True.
every few days. When I was a kid, we would all be watching a movie and we'd be all on the floor. My mom would be on the couch and all of a sudden we hear the crinkling noises of cellophane. We'd turn around and my mother would be like, what? My mom, the stash queen. Oh, goodness.
We love her. She's a pip. Oh, goodness. So again, one more time, you cut your strips of parchment or wax paper, whatever you prefer. Do the flap like this, and then just roll them. Roll away until it's all done in the strip. And as I said, holding it up in the air is a whole lot easier. I've tried doing it on the board and it just doesn't work because the paper wiggles as you're rolling the fruit roll up and it's just a pain. So it's a whole lot easier doing it like this. There we are. So that's fruit roll-ups. Bye, everybody.